since Sarah Lockhart.
And that one minute I will be careful.
Good evening, Mayor Pro, esteemed council members. Thank you for this opportunity to speak with you about Daily Beverage. My name is Sarah Lockhart. I'm a former ER nurse from both Energy Agency in Duncan. Since November, I have had the honor and privilege to assist in building the foundation of this organization. I stepped away from my career as a nurse and after only 3 short years of practice because I was diagnosed with PTSD, which came as a result of both the physical and emotional trauma that most believed come with the job. In search of alternative ways to heal for both myself and the world around me, I discovered New Leaf Outreach. Inspired by the founders of this group, one of whom is with me here today, I have since shifted my life and career focus in an effort to progress the work being done by this group and the peers who run it. Incorporated as a not-for-profit group in November, New Leaf Outreach is a drug user advocacy group made of compassionate members of our community from all walks of life that have come together to do this important work because each and every one of us have experienced tremendous trauma and loss as a result of the overdose crisis. We have been witness to many intersecting systems of marginalization and oppression that has led to this overdose epidemic, but simply put, most of our members have nearly lost count of the number of families and friends that they have lost, and we cannot stand to lose anyone else. Here's the list. We have come together to achieve one common goal, and in the overdose crisis in whatever way we can, and in whatever means necessary. Here's a list of our current programs and services that I will review more thoroughly in the coming moments. Given the time constraint, I'm not going to go through any of the future projects. The Peer Outreach Program, funded by the Nanaimo Community Action Team, organizes the distribution of harm reduction supplies and the collaborative cleanup of discarded supplies within the community. Since the program started in February of this year, our team has collected and removed over 1,100 used syringes from the streets of Nanaimo. On April 16th, we had the opportunity to collaborate further with the Community Action Team to organize a day of action on the overdose crisis to call attention to the 3-year anniversary of the declaration of public health emergency. It is our goal to facilitate many more meaningful dialogues and community-based events in Nanaimo, progressing our conversation about the overdose crisis to one of actions and solutions. The Peer Overdose Witness Response Project, accepted into Phase 1 by Health Canada, utilizes a community-based participatory action research methodology to empower and compensate existing peer networks to conduct meaningful research within their community. The data obtained in this project pertains to previously unreported overdose reversed by peers in the community. These are the overdoses not being reported to police or emergency services and are not being counted in municipal, provincial, and national statistics. Since December, we have collected data on 65 previously unreported overdoses. Thanks to the generosity of private donors and a grant from the BC CDC, New Leaf Outreach has been operating our own pop-up supervised consumption site 18 hours a week on Wednesdays and Saturdays, offering paid employment opportunities for over 30 peers. Within a single shift, our peers have seen greater than 180 patrons accessing the service, and just weeks ago, I personally witnessed more than 80 people utilize our tent in a 5-hour period. The existing OPS on Wesley Street is not enough. People who use drugs do so not only by intravenous injection, but through inhalation and smoking as well. There is no space in the existing OPS to accommodate for these methods of administration. Meanwhile, people who consume drugs in this manner are at equal risk of fatal overdose due to taint and supply of all drugs. Having spent time at this tent, it is beyond clear that people who use drugs prefer to do so among the safety of their peers, so why can't we accommodate that? I'm just going to skip over that one. Despite the emergent nature of this work, we continue to face barrier after barrier to provide this service to our community, and although we have demonstrated our ability to quite literally shovel our way out of any situation, the city, RCMP, and most recently School District 68 continue to prevent us from operating these services. With the summer months coming, our population of people will undoubtedly increase, and the number of transient or street-entrenched people will be growing exponentially. It is not our goal to create more problems in Nanaimo. We want solutions. We want to work collaboratively and support the community as we address this increased demand for services.
1 minute.
We have prioritized one call to action that we believe demands immediate attention. We ask the Mayor Folk and the Nanaimo City Councilors to come together today with us, with mothers, children, family, and friends who grieve in our community, to grant us a safe space to operate this essential life-saving service. Without it, people in Nanaimo will continue to die of fatal overdose. It is not a matter of if, but when. This is something that keeps the people of this group awake at night, and to be perfectly frank, if the council dismisses our request tonight, the message you're sending to the community of Nanaimo is that political politics of even appearing to support people who use drugs is more important than actually saving lives. Thank you very much for the City Council's time and consideration today. We now welcome any questions and urge the council and public to contact us anytime for more information.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Sorry. Woo!
need an application under section 56.1 to get a license?
To get a license?
Yeah,
or-
so you can have your site.
I wasn't aware that there was such an application.
Yes, there is sections 56.1 are the CDSA, Controlled Drug and Substances Act.
Where do we get that
Just go
application?
online and you can make your application, it goes to Health Canada, and then they do a bunch of stuff and then it's got a link on it.
Okay,
That's
and then so
different.
with that.
That's-
that gives
it's
us an
Not the
exemption.
same thing.
It's for a permanent OPS.
Sorry,
level
but,
one.
the delegation, we ask questions,
Would
but
that,
not.
would that be,
It's a permit that allows you to operate a safe injection
and
site.
that would allow us to do that outside of what our, the city
In
laws
intent.
currently right now that exist?
Well, you'd have to go through the proper bylaws to do that, but you'd have to make application first to get your license, and if you get your license from Health Canada, then you'd come and follow through with the city bylaw processes.
Okay,
I mean, I'll defer that to staff after your worship.
Thank you.
sure, thank you.
Councillor Hammonds.
Thank you for your presentation. A couple of questions, your statistics. Do you know how many people you've served since you've opened?
Who we serve, well, since we started, the Pure Run OPS has been operating in Nanaimo for over 2 years. Since we started, we averaged 100 to 200 people per shift. So since November, twice a week, I mean, the numbers on that, I would say in the
You can get
2,000
them.
plus range.
Okay. And do you know how many administrations of naloxone you've given?
We've had to reverse 5 overdoses.
5. Okay. And what's
None
your
of the
relationship
data.
with Island Health?
We're currently developing a relationship with Island Health. We actually have a letter of support from Dr. Paul Hasselbeck and Jenny Peters, it's Jenny Peters, who's the harm reduction nurse at VIHA, and we've had lots of different conversations about developing relationships and potentially an OPS outside of the hospital. So we're really trying to develop a relationship closely with VIHA.
And we also have elected members of our board that are also working with health.
Great. Thank you.
Councillor Churley.
Thank you, Your Worship, through you to the delegation. One of the challenges that we hear over and over again are the proliferation of used needles throughout the city, and it's not just the downtown, it's all over. So it was interesting when three of us were up visiting a supportive housing development in Port Alberni, and one of the pieces of information we received was that they had the problem up there as well, but what they did was they set up a draw so that when somebody returned a needle, they got to fill out their name, go in the draw for, he said it was a hamburger at McDonald's, I don't know why anybody do that, but anyway. But it really apparently increased the volume of used needles that they got, and I wonder if any consideration of that type of thing is being thought of.
Yeah, well, we have a program similar to that too, and we encourage people to come and use our services so that used needles can be started out. And then also, like noted in the presentation, we have a team that collects needles and goes around to local businesses to find out where high traffic areas are where people are starting new syringes, and we have our team go into those areas and collect these syringes. But we encourage people to use our services to bring them back, or we provide them with safe disposal containers so that they can put them in there and then submit them to a place that would dispose of them properly.
Councillor Hammonds.
Thank you. 200 unique visits per shift, and 200 people.
Yes.
Okay. And what are some of the things you're hearing from those folks that you're supporting?
Well, some of the difficulties, and why people access Pure Run services is that a lot of people have trauma related to institutional support. There's a lot of people, like we have explained, that smoke drugs or consume drugs and other methods that aren't available at the OPS that is sanctioned. So because those people are susceptible to fatal overdose, they opt to use our services over what's provided by the health authority because they have better access through us to utilize substances in the manner that they choose.
Councillor Armstrong.
Thank you, Your Worship, to the delegation. I was reading in your article in the Georgia Straight that you offer free cannabis and other stuff to users, is that correct?
That's done privately through me, but yes, I do offer holistic treatment models. The reason why we use cannabis is because different cannabinoid medications outside of smoking cannabis, such as CBD oil, provide pain relief and can help prevent symptoms of withdrawal that would encourage or opt somebody to use substances. So by relieving nausea, pain, restlessness, and symptoms like that, cannabis provides as a safe and effective harm reduction tool, and also as a method in helping people taper from opioid substitutions like methadone and Suboxone.
I could just add to, like developing cannabis programs and a holistic program or something within our future. We just didn't have an opportunity to sort of go over that with our full scope of what we want to do in the future, but with the legalization of cannabis, it's something that Newly Heritage is pursuing in the future.
Thank you.
Councillor Emmons, I think a bit fast, you're gonna have to turn your cell phone.
Thank you, this is my last one. The stats you're collecting, are you able to distinguish between those who are living rough, those who are homeless, those who are housed? And the reason I ask that is the coroner service identifies that it's often actually not the street entrenched that are dying from overdoses, it's people who use alone, often in their own homes. So what's the ratio of what is the population you're serving? Are you serving mainly street entrenched, or are you serving those folks who typically we wouldn't think of as drug users and who are using alone and overdosing?
That's a really great question, actually. It's interesting because at the pop-up, we see all kinds of people come and access our services. I've had people come in on a shift that, are clearly not street entrenched or clearly not homeless, that come in because they don't want to go to ABI or they don't want to go to LPS to either get harm reduction supplies or naloxone kits. So we're able to serve people in that sense, and then also through our social media platforms, I've had lots of private contact with people asking for information, asking how to use naloxone, asking about services. One of the goals and programs that we aim to provide eventually is basically an on-call service where if somebody is going to be using drugs, they can call a phone number basically and have two members of the organization go there and help supervise them and make sure that they're okay. This is something that's been done in other cities in the United States and in Canada, and it's been seen as very effective. And we're also encouraging, more education campaigning, especially to people in the trades, different corporations and stuff like that that have, construction workers. I worked in the oil and gas industry for about 12 years out of a 16-year addiction, and nothing like that ever existed when I used. I always used alone, and somehow I managed to survive my addiction. And so through my experiences and what I've learned in my own recovery, that's part of how I was inspired to help become part of this project and help create change.
Councillor Brown.
Yes, thank you, Your Worship. Thank you for the presentation. It was delivered very quickly, so I'm just curious about what the exact ask of council was, and how does that fit into the obligations around the regulatory regime that even if this council was supportive of such an initiative, our hands would be tied as well.
Well, something that I would like to note is that we have a very direct answer on what we're not allowed to do and where we're not allowed to operate. So given the fact that we're in the midst of the national overdose crisis and we are people with lived and living experience helping people in the community reduce their risk of fatal overdose, we would just be asking simply for a place where we can operate our services, perhaps 2 days a week, maybe more once you guys see how effective it is, and basically just a zone where we could either develop or install like a CCAN or some type of a unit that could be locked up and secured with ventilation, everything that we need, first aid supplies, harm reduction supplies, and just basically have one area where people know where to go every week, and that's kind of what we're looking for. And with the idea of the application, that's something that we're definitely going to look into. But basically, we're looking for a place to operate because right now we're on this migratory route, constantly juggling locations, and what happens is people get used to coming to a certain spot and then they go there looking for what they need, and then they're not able to obtain it, and then the chances of that person using it alone or suffering communicable diseases increase significantly.
Thank you very much. Appreciate your time tonight. I do have a question for Mr. Lindsay, however. Mr. Lindsay, what has the city done so far apart from a letter respecting reliability issues surrounding pop-up site on city property? Perhaps you can explain it, because I'm concerned the audience listening tonight might not understand entirely the city's position.
Your Worship, with respect to this specific operator, you're correct. The only action the city's taken is a letter clarifying that use of our lands, whether it's park or city hall lands, has not been authorized. But on the broader issue of OPS and SCS, which I think Councillor Armstrong was referring to, the supervised consumption service, the federal exemption, the city allowed for the use of our property on Wesley Street for the establishment of the OPS under the provincial health orders. We were supportive of that establishment. Not aware of any further intent by Island Health to establish additional OPS at this time, but they certainly have that ability under the emergency order. And also anyone, as I think Councillor Armstrong was attempting to point out, can come forward and apply for rezoning for SCS, and then apply to the federal government for an exemption.
Thank you. Councillor Hammond says one more question.
Thank you for indulging me for the delegation. So, one of the distinctions that I think it's important for people to understand is that the OPS, you can inject drugs supervised and have supports around, but there is no place for inhaling. So what are you seeing through New Leaf? Like, what is the mode, the method of intake that you're seeing the majority of your clients using?
Smoking drugs is a pretty common method for consumption amongst people who use drugs. Not everybody, the people who are at risk are just people who use drugs in general. I've seen people overdose after taking one inhalation of a substance and drop, within a few seconds of it exhaling. That is the reality of the potency of the substances that are out there. And then also when people have a safe place to look at what they're doing and see what they're doing, they're not in a dark alley, they're more able to accurately measure their dosage, which would further reduce the risk of them consuming more than what they should.
And we are seeing a good mixture of IV drug users and like inhalation drug users opting to use our site versus the OPS when we are fully functional. They prefer the pure-based model and using drugs safely with peers.
And another thing too that I would like to ask or talk about is that, other communities and other cities have modified their bylaws to accommodate peer-run OPSs. In Vancouver, there's peer-run OPSs that operate. That bylaws have been changed so that they can function without any harassment from the RCP. So that's one question I have for City Council, is that other jurisdictions and other cities in the province of BC have the ability to move through those bylaws and accommodate peer-run drug user groups. Then what do we need to do in order for Nanaimo to follow suit and do the same?
Thank you very much. Appreciate your time tonight.
Thank you very much.
Item 9, no consent items, Ms.